and it's time for writing. Today in writing, we're going to talk about how you can add details to your writing to make it even better. And to do that, we're going to be using our 5 senses. Let's get started. Repeat after me. I can use my 5 senses to add details to my writing. Great job! You might be wondering, why should I add details? I'm glad you asked. Let's take a look at Leah's writing from last week. Last week, you had the prompt, if an elf came to school, what would you teach him or her? Leah said, I would teach the elf how to play. Look at that drawing. It looks like they're having so much fun. But I can't help but ask myself, what would they play? What kinds of things would they do? As a reader, I just wanted to know more. Well, you can use your 5 senses to help add those details. But first, let's review our 5 senses. You have your sense of sight. You use your nose to smell. You use your tongue to taste. You use your ears to listen or hear. And finally, you can use your hands to touch or feel. Now, let's take those 5 senses and try it with Leah's writing. Let's start with our sense of sight. To write about what things that you might see, you need to think about all the kind of things that you could see when you're around an elf. Well, since it's a Christmassy thing, it had me thinking about the Grinch, and I thought we could play dress up and dress up as the Grinch and his dog, Max. Adding that to her writing would really give a visual of what playtime might look like. Now, let's talk about our sense of smell. To add this kind of a detail, I might need to think of things I might smell with an elf. Well, I sure do love candy canes. We could cover the room in candy canes and make it smell like the North Pole. See if you can help me with the next one. What kinds of things might you taste when you're hanging out with an elf? That's a good idea. I was thinking when we're done playing, we could make hot cocoa and watch movies. That even talks about my sense of sight again. Watching movies is something you do with your eyes. Something I could hear is we could pretend to hear Santa's sleigh bells coming. Help me with this last one. What do you think it would feel like hanging out with the elf? What kinds of things might you touch? I know that usually elves are around in the winter, so it would be cold. Maybe we could bundle up and throw snowballs at each other. See how adding these details shows the reader a little bit more about Leah's time with the elf? Now it's your turn. Your assignment is to answer the question, if I were a reindeer. I want you to tell me what you would do if you were a reindeer. Make sure that when you're writing, you're using your 5 senses to add details. I can't wait to hear your writing or to read your writing. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye, everybody.